Now since this is a Fruit Loops Fruity Pebbles type of thing, I have about 5 different liquid dyes that I'm going to be using. These are the dyes. They came from Flaming Candle. I like Flaming Candle color dyes because they are really strong and potent. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm not going to take it in. I'm going to take I'm just going to pull this dropper out. You know, usually we put a drop or something inside of it and, you know, play around with it. That's not what we're going to do today. We're going to take it out completely. We're just going to sit it on the side. You can use anything like a little toothpick, a long toothpick I meant, not a little one. You can use a long toothpick and just sort of take it and dip it inside the dye. Take it and dip it inside the dye. And then after you do that, you know, you dip it on the tip. You're going to go ahead and you're going to take and just put it on the inside. And you're just going to go to the inside of the jar. And you're just going to go ahead and just, you know, move around with it inside the jar. Just kind of decorate a little bit in there. Okay? So you're going to do it like that. Now, what I really don't want to do is I don't want to use too much, because one thing about this color, it will clog your wick. So you want to keep it close to the wall as possible, okay? So we just go in each jar and just pretty much just decorate the you know, the wall of the jar with the color. Each jar. Okay, and you might want to go around the different sides too, but since you have 5 colors, I recommend not doing too much of one color, because you still have 5 to use, because this is Fruit Loops and Fruity Pebbles. It is a lot of colors involved with that particular cereal. So just make sure you are not using too much color like I told you. So I'm just going around on both sides, wiping this color in here, wiping it, and then leaving it alone. Okay? And you're going to do that in each jar. Alright? Alright, so let's go on to the next. And the next one we're going to use is purple. Okay? Try to squeeze some out of there. I hate for dye to go to waste, because when I put the dropper down, it's going to waste. So you just pretty much take it, dip your little stick or whatever you're using, toothpick, and find another part and scribble around the walls with the color again. Okay, same thing, just same thing. You're just going around and you're just doing it with different colors. And I'm not going to go around too much in here. I'm just going to do one side, because I don't want it to spread too much. When you put the heat gun to it, it's going to spread a lot if you do like too much of it. And it'll pretty much turn the candle that color, and that's not what you want. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and use another color. I'm going to use the yellow. And I'm going to do the same, pretty much the same thing, guys. Same thing. Okay. And just be sure to make sure you space your colors out just a little bit, because when you run that heat gun on it, it will mix. They will kind of mix together. So just make sure you do a good amount of space. And sometimes when they mix together, they do come out nice. So, you know, it's not a bad thing, but it's just making sure you're mixing the right colors together. So you'll have to just, you know, go around, choose wisely. And this yellow I'm going to do one time. I'm not going to go in different parts. Just one time in each one. Okay, so you're going to leave that alone for a second and do I got, how many more colors left? What's that? 1, 2, 3. I got 2 more colors left. And it do not take long to do this at all, guys. It do not take long to do this at all. I'm telling you. We are going to make a really cute Fruit Loops Fruity Pebble candle. We don't want to be like everybody else. So we're going to make this Fruit Loop Fruity Pebble thing. We want to do something different. So I put in my blue. I think I'm going to do another blue like over here. And I'm going to do one. Oop, I hit a drop of blue on the top. I did not mean to do that. I'm just going to leave that alone. I'm definitely not going to heat the top up when it's time, because I don't want that spread into the wick. Because one thing it will do is it'll put your wick out if you have too much of it. Too much dye will put your wick. It'll clog your wick. So don't use too much dye. Okay, I try to stick to the dye on the walls of the jar and not in other places. Okay, so we got all the colors. Let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't have red. That's the only color we don't have. So let's go ahead and do red. And once we do the red, that's it. Things can get pretty messy, as you can see, but I'm telling you, it's going to look really nice when we finish. Okay, so this is for your wonderful Fruit Loops or your Fruity Pebbles. Okay, so take it, go around like that. Yes, and that is the red. See that beautiful red? That's why I use Flaming Candle, because they have some beautiful colors. And everybody else don't have these vibrant colors the way they have them. So I personally myself love them. Okay. All right. And this is starting to get like crazy looking a little bit. Okay. All right. So I'm going to put a little red in this. Okay, not too much. All right. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and let it solidify. And after it's solidified, guys, I know it look kind of weird right now with all these colors splashed everywhere. But after it's solidified, we're going to come back and we're going to use our heat gun. And we are going to bring this thing to life, guys. What we're going to do is we're going to take a heat gun. I need you to get a real heat gun, not one of them little heat guns off Amazon, the little beauty supply looking ones. I need you to get one that look industrial, like an industrial heat gun. And we're just going to go ahead and use the heat gun around the sides of our jar. And we are going to basically heat up the size of our jar and expand the color. So I'm going to move some of them out the way so you guys can see me do one of them. So I'm going to move that. This one I was kind of messing with a little bit, so I'm going to just sit that to the side. I like it better when it's fully solidified. It don't spread as much, so I'm just going to use this one because this one is solidified a lot or whatever. Still got some ways to go, but it's fine. We can use it. Alright, so you just pretty much go and take the heat gun and go on the side and just kind of spread this color. As you can see, this is purple. So we're going to take this purple and we're going to let this purple just shoot up to the top like a shooting star. It's going to spread. And just kind of hold it to that purple. Hold it right there. And you're going to begin to see it just widen. Going to change its shape. Let me come in front of it. As you can see, it's starting to move around now. But I don't want it to do too much. So I'm just going to stop it and let it finish on its own. Because that's how you can really control it a little better if you stop and let it go on its own. If you keep going, then it's just going to start spreading like way too much. So that's what you do. You pretty much go around and do it to all the colors. And when it finishes, it will look really nice. So just keep going around and spreading the color. Just take your heat gun and go ballistic, okay? Now my yellow didn't do too good, and I could easily go back and put some more in it. Yeah, my yellow didn't do too good at all. My yellow pretty much just went to the top. So I could put more yellow in if I want to, but I'm not. I'm going to just go ahead and open up this red a little bit more. Okay, so now the purple and the red is mixing together, and the green is sitting here. So I'm going to go ahead and mix the green. I'm going to hit the green, and that's just pretty much what you do throughout the whole candle, okay? All right. Okay, so they are solidified. So I wanted to show you guys what it came out looking like. This is how it looked. If I want to do something with the top, like maybe pipe the top or do something like that, or add some cereal to fill it up, I can do that. You know, it came out pretty nice. So I actually like this way. What I usually do is I usually just wait till it fully solidify, take a toothpick, dig a hole down in it, drop some dye in that little pocket, and then turn on the little hair dryer, or well, not hair dryer, but then turn on the heat gun and spread it that way. So that's another way to do it. But this way was actually okay. I didn't have a problem with this at all. I actually liked it. So this was a good way to do it. Let me show you my other ones. Now, my other ones came out a little bit darker. Now, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I'm gonna find something really unique to do with this. Like, maybe I might pour the rest of it on the top white or something. I don't know, because I cannot pipe it. Like, it has to be something really unique to do to the top of this. So, but it does look like the world map. So I will find something really cute I don't know, maybe something really weird to name it, and you know, go from there. But or maybe they just testers, but you know, as long as you guys seen it, I like them. All right, and this one came out pretty cool too. I love the purple and the yellow. Reminds me of a football team or something like that. So this one came out cool, different colors. You know, it just depends on what you do inside the jar that causes it to come out. You know, in this one I put a lot of purples and green and yellow in this part. So, and this was my last two. This is one of them right here. This is As the World Turns. I would call this Sea Crust or something like that. I like that one. That is pretty cool. And this one as well. I love it. It came out really nice. So that's how you go and you basically color your jars. If you wanted to do like a tie-dye effect, it doesn't matter what you're using. They will all come out pretty much the same way if you follow this technique, or the one like I told you where you stick a toothpick down the side and you do that. Okay? All right, guys. Go ahead. Hit the subscribe button. You do not want to miss what's coming up next on the channel. All right. So I am ready to decorate these candles right here. Remember, we was talking about adding some unique things to our line. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to drop some Fruit Loops in here because it has different colors. So we are going to call this the Wonderful Fruit Loop Candle, okay? So I'm going to drop some in here, and that will bring it out a little bit more than what it is already brought out. I love all of these beautiful colors. That is my favorite thing, to see a candle that is beautiful, colorful, vibrant. Make sure you just press some of the Fruit Loops up against the window. That way when people are looking in, they can window shop. Yeah, so yeah, basically let them window shop. Alright, and we just pretty much just fill it up. And that gives you a cool little Fruit Loops candle, and it gives you like color all around it. I'm going to fill mine up a little bit more. And bring your wick over to the middle, drop something on it, put a little loop on it, keep it stable. All right, and that is how we do our first one. That is pretty cool, right? I love it, I love it, I love it. I'm going to take a cool picture of it, guys, and make sure I post it for you guys to see it, okay? All right.